Good morning. Welcome to Sacred Enzyme. I'm Stacy. I hope that you're doing well today. And so today we're going to start our first seal activation and protection. So there's a couple things that I want to say beforehand, so I'm not interrupting you or your train of thought, because a lot of times when you go through these guided meditations, that they're like so guided that you have a hard time focusing. I know I do. So I'm always about just, let's cut through it. Let's just tell me the basic steps. So I have it in my mind so I can do the process and I can concentrate. Because, when you first start doing all this stuff, concentration can be a problem. It's hard to focus and visualize when you're trying to listen at the same time. There's like too many senses are involved in this. Okay, so I'm going to give you the rundown beforehand. Okay, we're talking about imagining a Hierophant symbol. Okay, now you remember when I was talking about the reverse Merkaba, how we have the two triangles. We have the triangle that points down, which is feminine, divine feminine, because it's shaped like a womb, right? It goes this way. And the masculine goes this way because it's like a phallus. Truthfully, that's all it is. So when you put it together, we get this star, right? Okay, so when you're imagining this Hierophant symbol, don't imagine it gold. Imagine it silver. And the color is really important because each color represents a different dimension. Like gold is the 8th dimension. Emerald is in the absolute. It's higher than all of these colors. This is why it's called the Emerald Order. So imagine the Star of David, or a Hierophant, however you want to say it, in silver, okay? All right, next thing, breath work. Okay, now always think that when you're inhaling, that you're pulling. Inhale, pull. Exhale, push. Okay, remember, inhale, pull, exhale, push. Okay, that's really important. Okay, and then always remember, things happen in series of threes. We have to do everything in threes. The fire words have to be said in threes. The breath work, bringing your breath up. They say a couple times. I say, let's do everything in threes. Okay, that's important. So what this is giving you a personal Maharic Shield. And they have all these different terms and stuff, and you'll start learning them as you go along, because it's a lot of acronyms, it's a lot of names and definitions to have to learn. Like the glossary for these terms must be 100 pages long. Okay, so this is a basic, simple seal that you can activate over your body for protection. Okay, this will help you with psychic attacks. It'll help you with energy vampires. It'll help you when you have to go into an area that's really concentrated with like negative energy or EMF or things like that. Now this is a temporary shield, so you can learn. It's super simple. You can learn to do this, and you can do it throughout the day. So couple hours is going to protect you. Okay, and if you're going somewhere and you're not in your own personal sacred space, and always make sure that you're keeping your space cleansed. Cleanliness is next to godliness. Don't live in a junk pile. We can't all control the places that we live, but we can control how our hygiene is, and it's important to have good hygiene. There's a reason for all of that. And you have to keep your energy clear. So you need to have your space clear and clean and the flow good. Okay. So when you have doubts about something, you can always check with Chinese medicine, because, they've really stuck with the basics, and they've not allowed the brainwashing to take place in their country with the things that they do. They know a lot about tantric sex practices. They know a lot about energy work and herbs and plants and plant medicine. And, I'd say that they're probably the best. Okay, so let's get down to it. So basically, you're going to imagine the Star of David, and I want you to imagine it that's in your pineal gland, in your brain there, okay? Okay, so remember that when we're inhaling, we're bringing up, and when we're exhaling, we're pushing down. Okay, so you want to visualize this in your brain. But also, I want to make you aware that there are other chakra zones and energy zones that we've not been told about. We've always just told about the body chakra zones. There's more than that. There's zones above you and below you, okay? Now, always think that the mother, divine mother, she's in the earth's core. She's in the earth's core. So when you're doing these activations, you have to remember that we're going to connect with her every time. So we want to connect with her and we want to receive from her, okay? So the mother's in the earth. We're going to visualize that we're connecting with her, and then we're receiving from her, okay? So we have the Merkaba, the whole Merkaba star, or the Hierophant, or the Star of David, however you want to call it. You're going to visualize it in your mind, and then as you push it down, because you're doing breathing, so you're going to do 3 breaths as you're visualizing this in your head, okay? After you're able to visualize it, remember, silver star. Bring it down into the core of the earth, okay? Imagine you're going to bring that down, and when you're bringing that down, remember, you're exhaling, and you're going to do a very strong exhale, because you're pushing, just like you're going to push out a baby. Okay? You're going to bring that down, and you're going to push it into the earth's core, because we want to connect with Mother, okay? Now, as you're visualizing this star coming from here down to the Mother Earth, you're going to notice that Mother's going to give you something back, okay? So let's try to visualize that as we bring that down, and we're going to be inhaling and exhaling. Let's do sets of 3, okay? In and out. It doesn't have to be anything laborious, okay? Just, okay? So as you're visualizing that you gave it to the Mother, she's going to give you back a shield, okay? And that shield's going to be a disc, okay? That's going to come up from her. And so you're going to visualize those 2 things. 3 more breaths, okay? And then when that happens, you want to anticipate a shield of your own coming right underneath your feet, about a foot underneath your feet, okay? So this is going to be what you get from Mother, and it's going to combine with you. She's giving you the protection shield, okay? All right, so when you get that, you're going to do more of the breath work in 3s, okay? And then you're going to bring that shield up, and you're going to imagine it just like when they say, beam me up, Scotty, that whole tube of light that comes up over them. That's what that shield's going to do. It's going to start spinning, and it's going to create a tunnel that you're going to be enveloped in, okay? So you need to visualize this shield spinning and bringing up a tunnel of light that's going to surround you, okay? So this is going to be your protection. And if you do this, you'll be able to visualize this. It takes a little bit of work. You know what? We're all works in process. So, and works in progress, and so we're not going to give up. We're just going to keep trying. Okay, so the main thing is to remember the breath work. When you bring it pushing down, when you're bringing up, okay? And when you're in between, in flux, just normal, relaxed in and out breathing, okay? So we take the star, we push it to the Mother, we're giving it to the Mother, we're birthing it, whew, we're pushing it down to her. Then we're bringing up the shield that she's offering us. She's given us a disc of protection, right? We're bringing that up, okay? Breath work in between, we're visualizing it there. Then we're going to bring that up to 12 inches below our feet, right? Because this is our own shield. This is our own shield, because we gave the Mother, we received the Mother. We've got our shield. And visualize it as it's coming up over you to surround you in a cocoon of light energy. You're bringing that up into your heart. You're going to appreciate that. We're appreciating it, and we're being thankful for it, okay? And you will feel, and make sure that when you're bringing that up to your heart, that you can visualize in your heart that love and feeling. So, you know, before you start it, if you have a hard time tapping into the feelings, because, you know, we're all working on this stuff. Some of this stuff's not easy to do. Concentration is a little difficult at this point for some people because, you know, we've been toxed out. Think about something that you really love, like your kids or your pets or your parents or anything, your spouse. Think about all of that and get that love and feeling. You got to get that love and feeling in there, okay? Because you need to know it. Because after you bring that disc up to the heart chakra, you got to be able to emanate that love out, okay? Because that's really going to set that in, okay? So I think that the steps are pretty easy. This is a pretty easy shield to do. So I just want you guys to work on this Maharic Shield, because this is a basic one without any of these fire words that we can start using right off the bat, because everybody needs to start protecting their energy centers, okay? So I want you guys to work on that and let me know how you feel afterwards. You might feel a little bit tired. You might feel a little bit energized. You know, when it'll help you be able to prepare yourself to start getting these downloads. And it won't overstimulate you when you get them, because, you know, up until I was starting these shields, I would get these downloads and it would literally short circuit me out. I'd have to go to bed. I'd have to take a nap. I mean, it would tire me out. So, you know, we gotta prepare the vessels to get the stuff, you know. And as I'm taking this, man, I'm like getting crazy things coming into my brain. I know it's crazy to my husband, but I'm just like, whoa, that makes sense. Wow, that makes sense, you know. But you know what? It's just us merging with all of our higher selves and our higher dimensions, because, you know, we're angelic humans and we had all this stuff. This stuff is all hardwired into our body, but we've been knocked off our game. So we're going to work on getting our game back. So when you come and find me, I'll be here, because we're living in past, present, future, all at the same time. And my oven's going off because I'm dehydrating vegetables today, vegetables and fruit. And so I had to cook some squash in my oven to get ready to hydrate it. So I've got to go get that. So I just want everybody to get outside today. Put your feet in the grass. Set your intentions. It's going to be a beautiful day. And give thanks to our Universal Father and the Divine Mother, Mother Earth. And with that, I hope to catch you on the next one. So you guys have a good one, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.